Hi, I'm Andy and welcome to another video from the blogaboutgadgets.com. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Instead of the usual unboxing or gadget related video, I'm going to be doing a radio control related video. What I'm going to go through today is some changes I'm planning to make to my Traxxas E-Revo. This is the full-size model, the 1/8 scale. Though they for some reason now referring to it as 1/10 scale. The reason I'm going to make some changes to it, it's perfectly fine truck as it is. However, I've recently been looking at a couple of other monster trucks, the associated Rival and the Thunder Tiger MTG3. Both interesting trucks, look quite good. Bit tempted. The associated Rival is quite pricey, the G3 is cheaper. However, finding Thunder Tiger stock is not easy. But then I got to thinking about why I was looking at another monster truck, since I already have the E-Revo, which is perfectly fine. And in the end I couldn't really think of anything, so I thought, well, tell you what, let's just have a look at the E-Revo and maybe make some updates to it and see if I can, you know, spark a bit more interest in it. It's, like I said, perfectly fine. I've put a brushless system in it. This was originally the brushed one that first came out, with the two Titan 775 motors in it. I've since converted it to brushless with one Hobbywing motor in there. Nice and fast, certainly no slouch, but yeah, just felt like maybe needed a bit of a change. So there are three main things I'm going to do to it, three or four. The first one is pretty straightforward. I'm going to be installing some larger tyres and wheels. These are the Proline Trencher tyres, and they are mounted on, what are they mounted on? F11 3.8 inch wheels. So I'll be fitting these. Let's just have a quick look, because I've not actually opened these up yet to have a look at them. They're really well packaged. One second. Okay. Okay, so as we can see, these wheels are quite a bit bigger than the stock Traxxas ones. They are they're wider, quite a bit wider. By, I'd say that's what, at least 2 centimeters wider, and obviously they're also taller. So I'm going to be sticking those on. That will give it a much more aggressive look, I think. And also the black wheels, I think, are going to be an improvement over the black chrome wheels that are already starting to look a little tired. So that's the first one. To go along with that, since this is the original E-Revo, I'm also going to be fitting the 17mm hubs to go on with those wheels. These are 17mm wheels, so they won't fit on the standard 14mm hubs. So I'll be fitting the 17mm hubs to go along with that. Next option I'm going to try is to fit the long travel rockers. Now, the Traxxas suspension is very similar to the current McLaren Formula 1 car, in that instead of being not like most suspension is sort of connected like this to the arms, the Traxxas shock absorbers are mounted in the body, lying down, and there's a rocker here that connects to the wheels. By fitting longer rockers, probably can't see that, but by fitting longer rockers, it gives the Revo more ground clearance. So that again will sort of change the handling of it. I'm not sure whether it's going to be a good change or a bad change. Higher ground clearance, better for rough terrain, however probably going to be less stable in the corners. What I'm also going to do is check to see which springs I've got fitted. I've got whites on the front and blue on the rear. I'm going to check to see whether the other springs that came with the set are worth fitting as well, to change the stiffness of the suspension. A nice thing with fitting the long travel rockers is they actually come in the package with the E-Revo when you buy it, so they haven't cost anything. I've already got them. Here they are, and so it's just a case of fitting those. Nice, no cost change there. Next, I'm going to be fitting the Traxxas center differential. Just going to go in the center. The other couple of monster trucks I've been looking at, the Rival and the G3, they both have center diffs. Now, nice thing about center diff is that it protects your drivetrain if for some reason that your wheels get stuck, or there's a power differential, and also it will help tame the rampant wheeling. On 4S, 2 lipos, one either side, this thing has pretty mad power and is very easy to wheelie off the line, which, you know, looks like fun and is fun. However, it does make it much harder to control. So again, a center diff will help with that. This is already filled with 500 weight oil, so this should sort of tame it quite nicely. So that's another thing I'm going to try. And the last thing, which I can't show you today, is I'm going to be fitting a different body. The standard E-Revo body, it's, you know, nice and sleek and sporty and so on, but not really monster trucky. I think it just looks a little bit silly. So I'm going to be fitting a Proline Ford 150 body to it, and get that painted up on my usual colours, fit that, and again that's going to add to the sort of the general overhaul and monster truck upgrade by basically changing the look of it completely. That with the bigger wheels I think will really make a difference. So those are the things I'm going to change. Other than that, I'm going to leave it as it is at the moment, and see how we do. What I might change in the future, depending on how this handles, is I might put the standard rockers back, because I'm going to check the suspension, see whether the oil or the springs are worth changing. And what I also might do is have another go at fitting the anti-roll bar, the sway bars. I did try fitting these before, didn't go very well. I understand a lot more about them now, so might have another bash at it. Again, that should make it more stable in the corners, but I said the first time around it yeah, it didn't work very well, so may well come back to that. Anyway, that's what I'm planning on doing. So to recap, it's going to be bigger wheels and tyres. We're going to be fitting the centre differential, going to be fitting the long travel rockers on the suspension, and there's going to be a whole new body. So we're going to give that a try. I will post some updates as that goes along, some photos. So if this is interesting, then do please keep following and obviously ask any questions. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.